Hi.
Hello. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Demonplague. I am James Intricasso, your dungeon master. I go by he, him. This is a fun Dungeons and Dragons end of the world game that we are playing today. So why don't we go around the table and we will meet the people we're playing with, and we'll also meet their characters. Why don't we start with our guest, Hannah? Hannah, why don't you tell people who you are? We'll get to who you're playing in a little bit. So you can play that close to the vest for now.
I'm Hannah Rose, Wild Rose Mage on the interwebs, and I'm a writer, editor, and designer for D&D. I co-produce an actual play show called Worlds Apart, and have also been a guest on the show that TK DMs, Tales from the Mists.
Yes, excellent. It is super awesome to have you here. Very excited about you, and I'm very excited about your character.
I'm so excited to catch the plague.
Yes, yes. Rudy Basso, who are you and who are you playing?
Hey, I'm Rudy Basso. I go by he, him. I'm playing Rain Bowie, a human monk. We are level 14 now. We have leveled, which means I now have Diamond Soul, which means I get proficiency on all saving throws, and also I can re-roll a saving throw if I spend a key point. It's another just like weird thing that monks get that I guess kind of, I don't know, whatever.
It is a weird thing that monks get. Super duper exciting. And how about you, Lauren? Who are you and who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. I go by Obo Crazy Online, she, her. I'm playing Roxziera Kokorogue. And at level 14, not only am I now above 100 hit points, which makes me feel better, but also it's kind of a weird thing that rogues get when you're an Inquisitor rogue, because, like, Rock has this amazing perception. But now, if I'm able to hear, I'm aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creature within 10 feet of me. I just know they're there. As long as I can hear. So apparently I can hear them. Coupled with this, our last level up, I got as an action, I can sense the presence of illusions, shape changers, not in their original form, and other magic designed to deceive the senses within 30 feet. So basically, she's just becoming more and more the person who's just like, that's not real. That's not real. Stop being invisible.
Excellent, excellent. I am super excited too, because now the time to power word kill Rock at a fresh hit point maximum has passed. Sad I let it go by, let the opportunity go by, but there it is.
You have to hit me first.
You can still finger of death. I just
He still has options.
I mean,
True.
Please don't throw in the towel just yet. There's so much more that you can destroy our lives with.
Of course. But why make it fast with power word kill when you could make it nice and slow? How about you, TK? Who are you playing, and who are you?
It's me. It's TK, and I am playing
Classic.
Isabel, who is, now that she is level 14, I took a feat that I probably should have taken a much longer time ago. Relentless Attacker. So now I do damage even when I miss.
Ooh.
Like a true mother-in-law should.
Psychic damage.
Push around people who are smaller than me and do damage even when I miss.
That's amazing.
And how about you, Robert? Who are you, and who are you playing?
Hey, I'm Robert Aducci. I'm playing Torsten Alehand. My pronouns are he, him, so are Torsten's. And I just leveled up to a level 10 wizard, which gave me some 5th level spells. And I also have opened up my third eye as a divination wizard. So every day I can choose to either have dark vision, ethereal sight, greater comprehension to read any language, or see invisibility.
Oh, that's excellent. That's really cool.
So between the two of us, no one will
We're gonna
ever be
see
invisible
lots of
near us
stuff.
ever again.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, I can't see them, but I'm not surprised when they
Right.
just like,
And when
oh,
and when
cool.
you attack them, you deal damage to them anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my portent rolls today are 13 and 7.
Oh, all right. 13 and
Love it.
7. Rudy feels lukewarm about those.
Yeah, they're pretty good over there.
We're never gonna get a 20 and a 1 again. So
That's right.
That
That
was
was
so
last
amazing.
time. That was amazing.
That was the
fine.
That was
best day
great.
ever of all time, right there.
It's
Just
not like mad. I just
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Probability.
So let's get into it, people. If you are watching for the first time, you'll notice that Josh Long, thank you Josh Long, has made a bit donation to buy Rain Bowie an automatic success. You can get automatic success for the PCs you see before you. You can also buy me a failure if you want to. I've got a lot in the bank though. And we also have health potions available for PCs. You could get an NPC named after you, that kind of thing. So that is super fun. Now, last time on the Demon Plague, you all saved the ghost druid Ferii the Wise, and she told you about a in the flesh dwarf druid named Jalengi the Wise. Wow, so much the Wise going on here. Who knows the location of Maragath's Prize, an ancient dwarf city that holds the entrance to the Demon Plague dungeon within it. You also learned that Feldry-Zana, a comet demon, is leading a group of her ilk searching for Jalengi as well. So it is a race against the demons, as it were, to find Feldry-Zana. Now, in the meantime, you all have returned to the village of Tomar's Crossing, and you are there hanging out, running the town, getting ready, meeting with your friend and mine, Ferii the Wise, to try to figure out where you should look for Jalengi the Wise. And so it is during one of these meetings with Ferii that she informs you that Targanoth the Brave, a ghost druid who traveled with you to save Ferii, is out in the valley looking for more components for the Minas Herion ritual that you are performing.
oh yeah, they think
Why?
we're gonna fail, and so they want to find backups for everything, right?
Bingo! That is exactly
Yeah.
why Targanoth is doing that. That came to me via message from Lisa Jen herself.
Cool.
So
Thanks, Lisa.
she wanted you all to know she has the utmost faith
Mm.
in your failure
Mhm, mhm.
and is collecting these things as a backup. Now, Targanoth, Ferii tells you that Targanoth has been insistent that as soon as she has the ritual components, they perform this ritual to drop a glacier in the valley. And Ferii says that don't worry, they're going to give you ample time to try to finish this. But if there is a hint of failure once you've gone into the Demon Plague dungeon, they'll be ready to do what needs to be done.
I mean,
Luckily,
if we've already opened the dungeon though, and Zancrown is free, will a glacier stop him?
It's a great question. One that they are
I
not
mean,
sure about.
I won't
we're
care.
only
I'll
one
be
glacier
dead.
dropping away
so-
from finding out. Really.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter to me. Just curious.
Listen, it took us 26 episodes in order to gather all of this stuff. We've got time.
Yeah, but we're not a ghost.
Yeah, how's she gonna literally gather? We'll find out.
Some stuff maybe. Actually,
Just,
Rock,
well,
I
remember,
can
she
also-
can control beasts. She can possess
Oh,
beasts.
there you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but
cheating.
Targanoth has a classic track record of controlling the most mediocre of beasts. So,
They
Bit of
took
mammoth.
control of the mammoth.
Mammoth, yeah.
the
Yeah,
mammoth was pretty cool. Yeah.
okay.
and a polar bear.
I think Rock said all of that in character. I think she literally said, "We've done this for 26 episodes. I think we have time, but this is still a good idea. Like in case
See
we need
to the
a backup or something." Yeah. Well, you know,
We're like, what's an
Um,
episode?
And then
Don't-
Ferii
don't
says-
worry about it. It's okay.
She could see through the fourth wall.
Now, there is another matter, of course, which is how do we find Maragath's Prize? And for that, we need to find Jalengi the Wise. And so I have invited someone who knows where Jalengi is. And at that moment, the door to the Punch and Kickatorium where you're having your meeting opens, and the silhouette of a figure backlit against the night sky is standing in the doorway. And Hannah, why don't you introduce your character?
Yes. So you see a small silhouette, edges tinged copper, and entering the Punch and Kickatorium is a creature that looks halfway between a lizard and a dragon, with coppery scales, with a slight blue-green patina around their long snout. And they say, "Hello, I heard the heroes of Fort Frostfell were here in the Punch and Kickatorium."
See, we got the sign fixed, and now everything is better. Yes, hi, that's us. Hi.
Hi!
Really good timing that you show up right as you're being introduced. This is really cool.
Well, I am introducing myself because I am showing up.
It's good. It's good. Hi, I'm Rock. We're
I
here
am-
to save the world.
I am Kiraz. You can call me Raz. And this is Makvala. And behind Kiraz pads in a large snow leopard.
Ooh.
Yes.
First of all, dope. Second of all, Isabel's gonna like lean over to anybody who will listen to her and just, do you remember the last time that we told a dragon-esque type person where we live? Do you remember that?
We didn't tell her where we live, though. She just showed up.
Okay. Isabel will like gently rest her hand.
I do, and I don't like what happened to the building she was in. I get very nervous.
That is
Every time somebody comes looking for us, it ends in disaster.
We sent.
This is true.
Sorry, we sent a message to the dwarf lady, right? A message of sending. Did she ever respond
Oh, yes.
to that?
Jalanki heard your message.
Oh, good.
She sent me to come find you, and Makvala and I can guide you there. And I hear there's a rug in the Punch and Kickatorium.
Oh no.
There is, and indeed, at that moment, a rug comes over to you, Aladdin style, basically, kind of like the flying carpet without the ability to fly. And it inchworms over to you and extends a tassel as if it were a hand to shake yours.
Makvala pounces upon the tassel.
Oh, look, they like each other. They are playing. Do they actually like each other? Are they actually playing?
It's a great question. So you pounce upon the tassel. Is this in a violent manner?
Well, this is Makvala the snow leopard.
Yeah, not violent. So yeah, she's a kitty, right?
Yes, she is a large cat.
Yeah. So I would say that it's unclear, but the cat looks like they're having a great time. So the question of the rug, on the other hand, it's hard to tell sometimes if Wind is having a good time or is just flailing around because it's bad.
Well, if he doesn't like it, he'll leave.
I don't move to break it up.
Yeah, like Isabel and Rain, worst parents. Take their kid to a playground, just like, if he doesn't like it, he'll tell him to stop. I don't know.
Can Rock inside the rug?
Sure. Yeah, it looks like the rug is having a blast.
All right.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah, he's great with this.
They like each other. Good.
That's good. I don't want to punch a cat. I feel super bad.
I
At
just
that
wanted it
moment,
inside a rug.
this enormous hulking shape covered in a black cloak and its clothes all black moves towards you, Raz, and it takes off its hood and you see the face of a half orc hulking, and he extends his hand as well in a greeting and says, "Bruce Killshatter, how's it going?"
Hello, I am Kiraz.
"Hi, I'm Bruce.
Bruce, you're getting more emo every day. You are a revenant.
It comes with the territory. It's a classic revenant."
Isabel's wondering if this is where her eyeliner went. It's like, is that my cloak? Are those my skinny jeans?
It does look familiar, right? You notice he's also wearing they're still black, but they're like fuzzy slippers that he has gotten from somewhere, for relaxing while he's in the kick and punchatorium, which he has taken over now.
No, okay, James, hold on.
I just mean he still lives there, basically. Yeah. So you run the show, but
That's right.
Not what
you
he
have not been
means.
able to get him to leave yet.
Not what he means. It's like squatting.
But you still give the classes, as it were.
We might need a bonus episode of Rain going to Rock and being like, "Get your fucking friend out of my house."
Been sleeping on my futon. I can't have anyone over.
You invited him. Ian.
I
This
didn't.
is-
He came in. Okay.
Bruce
he's
has
got-
having like secret
Are
classes.
there
in the
revenant
back
rules?
alley.
If I uninvite him, is he forced to leave? Is that a thing
No,
that
that's
happens?
vampires.
Oh, okay.
That's a
That's a vampire. You can't. do it.
I don't know the difference between a revenant and a vampire, so
well, I thirst for vengeance, not blood. That's kind of my thing.
oh, that sounds super familiar, but I don't know why.
Doesn't sparkle.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, I shine when I'm on stage, right, Rock?
Well, of course, but that's an interior thing. That's not an exterior glitter thing.
Right.
Although you
right.
did have that awesome glitter, but it got everywhere.
Also, is that my glitter?
No, I got this from the glitter store. From
No.
The Tomar
What's it called?
Glittertorium.
The Glittertorium. I was
yeah, the glit and gluatorium.
I hate those guys.
I hate it. The worst store to go into. You can't ever leave.
Yeah.
Well, you can leave, but it comes with you.
Right.
Everyone knows.
You're right. You're right.
And then he picks up some fruit off the table and starts juggling to relive his circus days.
Wow.
And Rock, he like gets you involved, and you start. He wants to juggle stuff back and forth with you, basically.
Oh yeah, like I'm paying attention to everything. I'm just like, so you came a long way. Are we supposed to follow you now?
Oh, yes. Are you ready to go?
I hate this.
Well, we'll be done with this set in about 5
I'm
minutes.
trying to get a vibe going for the Punch Kikatori. I mean, you guys are not helping right now with the juggling, okay?
People
Yeah,
have been
you see,
signing
like-
their kids up for circus classes.
There's an interested warrior comes in, looks like kind of, a fit individual, and she like takes a look around and sees the juggling and scowls and leaves.
Like, juggle knives if you're gonna juggle anything, guys. Get you some.
Oh, great idea.
Bruce, I have one. Do you have two? We can do this.
Not.
Yeah. I have a sword, so we'll just throw that into the mix. It'll be a little unbalanced. But...
Yes. We'll do that later. That takes practice.
And Fairy Eye says, yes, later sounds like a good idea to me. Raz, are you ready? Is there anything you need to do before you leave?
I mean, it looks like a very nice town, but Makvala and I are more comfortable in the woods. And, well, what's left of the woods.
She nods solemnly and turns to the other four of you and says, is there anything you all would like to do? Assume at this point you've had a chance as well to sort of see all the people you would normally want to see. Torsten would have had a chance to like check in on the town council and see what progress they're making towards establishing trade relations and that sort of thing. It seems like the town is actually starting to be in a good place. That Rosalie has led people not just in fortifying the prison, but they're sort of beginning to move more people in and fortify the structures again of Tomar's Crossing. And she's managed to get more volunteer, town guard kind of to set a perimeter and that sort of thing. So they've managed to keep more and more critters that manage to come into town at bay and hold off various invasions that have happened over time. So it seems like that's less a thing you'll need to worry about.
I want to go to the prison again and just look at Bajalin.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
You can do that. You go in and you look at Bajalin again. He is sadder than the last time you saw.
Yes.
And he's,
Is he called Bajalin because he is in jail?
Oh!
Hey! Wait, Esbel doesn't do that.
Kiraz is genuinely asking this.
Esbel will say, yes. His real name is Greg, but we took it away from him.
Greg Bajalin.
oh my god.
Which is very sad.
He is very sad.
Good.
I was gonna
Rock.
say, can we gloat over Bajalin, but Rain beat me
Not
to it,
enough.
so
Not enough.
Hey.
I appreciate that.
I just let Rain do all the gloating. I'm
I'm
above
not
that.
gloating. I'm just looking at him.
So Rain, when you look in, you look into through the bars, through the cell. You don't see him at first, and then all of a sudden he like pops up right in front of the window where you are.
Oh, cool.
So you're like, face to face, very close to each other.
Nice. We broke him. He's a crazy person now.
Yeah, he smells very bad, like he has not been bathed in a long time. And he leans in close to you and he says, "Hello, Rain. It's been a while, hasn't it?"
Indeed, it has.
"Tell me, how's the town doing under Counselor Torsten?"
Flourishing. The town is flourishing. Best ever.
Yes.
Best town ever. Just won an award.
Yes, well, it's... everything I did was so the town could flourish.
Okay.
It's true.
Like,
If the village
dating
master
that-
is flourishing, the town is flourishing.
Like
You-
dating that general store owner's
Yeah.
wife. Was that? That was for the town.
Committing adultery.
And
Well-
murder.
And
Everyone was fine with that arrangement. I don't know why you have to judge.
But
I
like,
don't
no,
know
he
what it
clearly
was.
said he wasn't fine with
Yeah.
it.
anyway. Goodbye.
This is weird.
We're not here. This is all your show.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to look at him. I know. I re-listened to the old episodes, and he sucks so much. He was just the worst. He was so bad, guys. We should have killed him, Isabel. But anyway.
Rain, yeah, definitely. Like every time we come and like mess with him, Isabel always leaves like a stack of flyers for the matchmaking business. Just like,
When you leave, Rain, you hear him call after you. "You'll need me before all this is done, Rain."
Okay. I tell the guard to give him a bucket of water so he can at least wash up a little bit.
yeah.
Unless this is a choice to be Stinky Man.
Yeah, they tell you that they've tried that, and he refuses to wash.
It's like an angry dog now. Runs and hides in the corner like, no.
Does he look really thin? Is he eating too, at least? He's not washing, but...
He was always kind of a wiry older man, but he doesn't look... I guess if anything, he looks like he's had less time to sort of, keep himself in shape.
Mhm.
So his muscles look a little bit more slack and that kind of thing. But
I mean, he's
not.
in jail. He can't get in shape at the Punch and Kickatorium.
It's
That's
true.
right, exactly.
Thank you.
I mean, give me
Exactly.
2 weeks.
I always imagine Bjalen looked like Judge Claude Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame. So
Oh.
I choose to continue thinking that.
Sure. That's good.
What
That works
about
for me.
the other council member that we haven't... We gotta figure out what to do. Like, keep him in jail forever? I don't know.
Yes. Or if this ritual and like is Isabel, I imagine they have this conversation like secretly
Mhm.
somewhere
Mhm,
else.
mhm.
Somewhere where they usually have their "we should assassinate these people" conversation.
Right, your nightly.
Yeah,
sort of
Isabel will
experience.
like jokingly bring up like, I mean, if the ritual calls to sacrifice someone, I guess. It's not your fault, really.
Something that would be for the greater good, as he always
It
says.
would be the greter good for the town.
Mm.
Yeah, we should keep that in mind. Just,
Yes.
like,
No,
if
at
it
one
comes
point
to a vote,
we,
we'll be same side.
I thought at one point we talked about having a real quick trial for them.
Oh, yeah.
On after
Didn't
that,
we
or-
get attacked by a million demons, though?
Oh yeah,
before
I'm
that.
sure
Right.
it can wait
That was when
until
the-
world is
That's
saved.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
distracted.
Justice has to wait until we have a world that has people left in it for justice.
Mm.
Like it's
Right.
Sure. And I mean, Cullinus Birthwitch did murder someone. So
yes.
Mhm.
um,
He did.
And he tried
And,
to
I mean,
murder us afterwards, right? He tried
Yeah.
to knife
He
one
did?
of us.
but if
did.
it's for the greater good of the world, it's not like we're murdering back or anything. I mean, it's fine. What does my name?
So- oh, go ahead.
By now. So I wanted to also, before we leave on this next little adventure, kind of send out some feelers to find out whatever happened with those knights.
The The last
Oh,
Bastion
yeah,
Knights.
the last Bastion
yeah.
Knights.
Last
Yeah.
Bastion Knights, yeah.
So they ran off and have not been heard from since.
Cowards.
So
And we
yeah.
just were like, go away. We beat you, right? Or they escaped. You know, they escaped, right? We put them in
Yeah.
jail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
should warn the fort at some point.
That's
But
a
it's
very
probably
good
fine.
idea. Oh, yeah.
So
How's the fort?
how's the fort?
Yeah. Also flourishing?
The fort is, as far as you know, yes, the trade has been established with Fort Kickass, and so word comes back from there and everything. And yes, you have managed to. It seems like everything is going well in Fort Kickass. They have repelled some Veillock that have showed up,
Oh.
mostly because they have like high stone walls and are able to
Nice.
sort of keep everybody safe inside. So people are definitely noticing increased, not necessarily armies of stuff, but like wandering monsters coming around and harassing people. But thanks to your efforts, everyone is set up to deal with that kind of thing. So is there... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is the idea that we're gonna follow Raz to the what's the name of this place? The big dungeon complex we gotta open? Marigat's Prize?
To Jalengi.
To Jalengi. And then
the druid
Jalengi
who
is
knows what
gonna
this is.
descend. Okay. So it's very possible we're gonna leave and go to the place we need to go to eventually kill
So this is it.
Vancraft.
This could be it. This is the big one.
could be.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, like, we keep getting distracted by things, but like, so with that in mind, I think Rock will take a moment and talk with Bruce. So we might be heading there and doing the big thing, and they're gonna have to do the big magic ritual here. And I think it's really important that you stay here and protect them, because all like the powerful people besides you are going to be doing things, and I think that might be when Veloc and stuff attack. So do you think you can stay here and defend?
You're saying this to Bruce.
Yeah. I think Rock is trying to convince Bruce to stay because she's a little worried that if he, like the last adventure they went on, he was willing to just throw himself to his early revenant death.
Yeah,
And
but he was
so,
also
like,
kicking ass.
He was, but Rock kind of doesn't want him to go immediately. And also, I think Rock does think this like, tactically, someone's gonna come and try to kill these wizards while we're gone. Someone's gonna try to stop this ritual while we're gone.
Man, that's a good point.
And they're all like, all the people involved are gonna be involved doing the thing. And so she's like, you're one of the few people I think that could like take out an army that shows up.
So Rock,
Yeah,
you are probably aware at this point that you're asking him to sort of go against his revenant nature, right? That his whole reason for coming back here is to be on the offense and kill those responsible. And while Bruce cares about the people of the town, his sort of revenant nature is more about go out there and fuck some shit up. But you do have a special connection with him, so I will allow you to make a persuasion check, but it will be difficult.
Yeah, here we go.
I believe in you.
I believe in me too. Unfortunately, the -2 doesn't help.
Ooh, the heart of the cards.
It's a 10.
Ooh.
He laughs and pats you on the head and like ruffles your feathers.
Ooh, love it.
and
don't
then
love
just
it.
walks away. He doesn't even think that it's serious.
That's your friend. Okay. FYI.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was much more nice when he would do that when we were just joking around and not talking life and death.
Yeah. And it's clear that this is not necessarily always the Bruce you knew. There are moments when you're talking to him that it is you do recognize that Bruce, and he is good-natured, and you are doing juggling tricks together and things like that. But then there are obviously moments where he is deeply affected by coming back from the dead.
And then he turns into the crow. Okay.
That's
Elsie
right.
tried.
Right. He turns into the crow.
The crows.
So yeah, she tried. She's used to not being able to persuade anybody of anything.
Oh.
So is there anything anybody else wants to do before y'all head out?
Yes. One last thing. On a kind of regular basis, one of my new spells is Rary's telepathic bond. So as we are out, I will cast that every day. Or actually, no, it only lasts for an hour. So never mind. Before we think we're doing something, I'll do it.
That's
Okay.
like walkie-talkies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
Rocky talkies.
Sorry.
Headspace walkie-talkies.
All right,
So-
let's get out of here.
As you're making your way to town, you are met by Summith Skullcleaver and Kadra Tourmaline. And they like hail you down, and Summith says, "Well, I heard this might be the big one. Might be going here to face Zancrown." And so Kadra and I, well, in our infinite amount of free time here, and they look at each other and laugh, have been, well, working on something that we hope can shift the fight. And they hand each of you a package tied up in like butcher paper, basically, and string. And Rain, when you look in yours, there are hand wraps, like cloth wraps to wrap your hands in, that make your unarmed attacks. They add a +3 to hit and 2 damage on those attacks.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay. Cool.
I want their free time. Holy mackerel.
At least one of them has dedicated free time to something else, so you cannot.
Nice. And let's see, Isabel, you actually have a new shield.
Shield.
Yeah, which is a +3 shield for you.
Oh yeah.
So, Rock,
Hi.
you open yours. You have a very small package, and when you open it, there is a clear ring inside. And this ring is a ring of invisibility.
Ooh.
So, and Summith says, "Thought it would be good to give the invisible ring to someone who will still know where they are when they put it on."
This is awesome. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So, and then, of course, we cannot forget what we have here for our wizard friend. And Robert, you open up what appears to be like a nice white cloak. And they say, Kadra says to you, we didn't have anything to do with this. They found it in the Temple of Eldath when they were clearing things out. And it just seemed like it was something you should have. And it is a robe of the Archmage.
Oh.
And it's white, so you can attune to it if you're good.
Nice.
So, which I assume you are.
Indeed.
Look.
I'd say-
Make this stuff, or did you find it? This is so cool.
We made a lot of these together. We made the ring and the armor and the wraps. We've been working on them for a while, and we had help from all of the other mages who have come into town to cast the ritual. So it's not just us, but it's a group effort. Consider the whole town involved. Everyone wanted to thank you for what you've done. And then he looks at the kobold and he's like, "Hello." And he's like, it's clear to you that he is trying. He feels like he should know who you are, and he doesn't. He's like, you're the
I am
one.
Raz?
Yeah, you can possess animals. Is that right?
Oh no, I am
Okay.
just friends
Isabel's
with
like-
Makbala.
Oh,
This one isn't a ghost.
the cat. So the cat
She's
is
kind
the
of-
ghost.
No,
No.
no, she is very much alive. She is very warm.
Sweetie, no.
You have so many friends. I can't keep track.
It's okay. This one's new. I just met her today, or them today. It's
Kiraz uses both, so either is fine.
So Summoth will give you a kiss, Isabel.
oh.
No. Yeah.
Yes,
probably maybe
Oh,
the
we're so cute.
display of affection you two have had. Because now he's elected, right? So it's
Yeah.
all good.
There's no jokes
and-
about like me killing people to get him elected. So
Rain, Kadra will also lean in to give you a kiss as well. If Rain is cool with that.
I will shake her hand.
Okay.
what? Oh snap!
Nothing was ever established,
That is true.
and I might go die. So this is a better move.
That's okay. I'll still draw up an invoice for you.
That's fine.
From the
You're already
afterlife,
taking quarter of my
yes.
money, which is
A third of your
a
money,
third.
which you have not
I have
given
to
to
check the
me.
notes.
Plus, you also promised like half of your money to Torsten.
And the town gets the other half or something. I don't know.
Promised a lot of halves.
Does
a
the
lot of
Punch and Kickatorium charge people for classes?
Yeah,
You
we're
better
doing
die in the
great,
Demon
right?
Plague dungeon.
We're making tons of money, right?
Ugh.
Bruce, don't you pay rent at the Function Kickatorium?
He does not, I bet.
So yeah, so you
Just
You
walks
re-
away.
Bruce just emos away.
you reject the kiss. She accepts. the
No.
handshake.
I'll kiss her back. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Alright.
thinking about it. That seems too mean. That
Surprise.
seems super mean.
All right. So it's awkward. There's like this awkward moment of like, should we?
Okay, yeah, definitely, definitely. That.
And then all she does is, it's quick. It's not like, is whatever. And then she just looks at you and says, "Don't die, okay?" And looks at Torsten and she says, "This guy, don't let him die."
All right.
He's gonna
So,
cry over a bottle.
As
of wine.
Torsten puts on this robe of the Archmagi, he's got to take off his cloak of protection.
Oh, that's
So does anybody want a cloak of protection?
That gives
It's,
you
plus
AC.
+1 bonus to AC and saving throws.
Does that stack with other items that give you AC?
Yep.
Ooh.
As long as it's not the same item, absolutely.
As long as it's
Right.
not a second cloak of protection.
Right.
One cloak in front,
realistic.
one cloak in back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tie one cloak around your waist. Now it's a sash.
Rock, do you mind if I take that?
No, if you've got an attunement, if you've got a slot for it, go for it.
Pretty
I
sure
think.
all I have is bracers.
Okay.
Do I have to tune that light thing? The
fists?
yeah. No.
Oh no, the light gem. No, you do.
Do I
not.
have to tune the fists?
No.
Okay, then yeah,
So
absolutely.
the
I have
fists
room.
and the shield do not need to be attuned.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah, the ring did, but I only had one thing anyway. So yeah, go for it because you get hit a
I
lot
do.
more than I do.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. 20 AC.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah, welcome to the 20s.
Feels good.
Does. It's gonna feel super bad because he's obviously giving these
Shouldn't have
big
said that out
Swiss
loud.
but right now feels great.
Yeah, that's why everything has +21 to hit. Okay.
My
so,
AC 16 is suddenly not feeling so good.
It's okay. Kobolds always live. So just ask Spurt.
Uh,
Yeah, you said that, and all of us went.
I haven't even seen that episode, and I know.
I mean, you don't need to see the whole episode. He's only there for 15 minutes.
It's
Yep.
great. So good. Okay, so let's chat. Are you all making your way after Kiraz?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know where to go, so you lead on.
This is a long journey, so horses are probably necessary. Grab Dusk.
I get Dusk.
Called it. Nope. I said it
No,
first.
I did it first.
All
I
right.
s- And don't change the podcast to make it sound like you said.
Kiraz actually mounts Mukvala.
Oh,
That's awesome.
that is super cool. I had a cool
Yeah.
mount once.
Now you don't get
Wow,
Dusk. and
Dusk
you don't
snorts
get-
Oh no!
Oh.
What have I done?
Dusk walks over to Isabel as they're
Yeah.
working on this.
Bows majestically like, oh.
Takes a big dump on your shoes as she
Oh,
walks by.
Dusk.
Nice.
Rock will
Um,
do the normal fly overhead and keep an eye on things.
Yes, that's true. Rock is her own mount. And
Wait.
Bruce Killshatter
Wait.
will run next to all of you, tireless as he is. And he also has mounted, like rolled up on his back with rope. He is carrying Wind. So Wind is very slow, as we have established.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he starts running after all of you, and Kiraz is leading the way on the back of her awesome cat. And you go out again into the mud wastes of the Luna Valley, and you are making your way for several days through various mud fields. You are noticing even more now than ever. There are more dead, rotting animal carcasses everywhere. It seems like, you know, now that prey has started to die off, the predators are starting to really die off here in the valley as well. At the same time, you're starting to notice new life, like little scrubby plants are starting to come up through the mud and stuff a little bit. But there's still this sort of heat coming from the comet, and you know, it's an unnatural thing that has happened here, as you all now know. And eventually you come to this forest of stone trees that have no leaves, and a lot of them are like knocked over and crumbled to the ground in pieces of stone. And you are in a petrified forest after several days of travel. And that is when Kiraz leads you into this petrified forest. And as you make your way in, it feels like the trees are sort of looking at you and watching you. You feel as if you are being seen here in some way. Rock, you know that it's not anything invisible or ethereal or something like that coming after you. It's just this feeling of being watched that you have. And
Can
you
I
were
look
making...
to find eyes on the trees? Because
What's
that's what Rock thinks there's eyes on the trees. Are there eyes on the trees?
There are no eyes on the trees.
Okay.
And yeah. So, and one night you're in the forest, your first night there, you're making camp. And while you are making camp, Torsten, you get a message from Ralakai Gravemore.
Oh, yeah.
And Ralakai says to you, I have not seen Topher in a long time. Have you seen him?
Topher.
So Topher
His-
was Ralakai's hobgoblin servant who was sent out into the valley to find things needed to create a cure for the demon.
With Grant Ellington.
Grant Ellington.
With Grant Ellington.
Oh, no.
yes.
No, I haven't seen them.
Boss Grant Ellington. James is making notes. He's like, boss is Grant Ellington.
That's true. He's been Zancrown the whole time.
Circle, 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 circle.
We should have been nicer to him.
No. Why would
We
we?
spared his life. We gave him a job.
We were so
we
mean.
did a. He was also trying to kill us in part
He's
of
a
a
criminal.
cult.
This whole
part of
thing
a-
has been one long
He's a criminal,
story
and
about
he
being nice
does
to
what he
people.
Yeah, right.
Power
I mean-
friendship
It's kind of all stories, right?
Yeah.
and global warming.
So you are sitting there when you hear what sounds like something sloughing around off in the woods, like a almost like something is big and heavy is dragging its legs around your campsite.
Has Kiraz ever heard this sound before?
Yes, you know what? Kiraz has heard this sound before. Kiraz, you know that since the glacier has melted, occasionally weird magic will seep into things like mud or gravel and create what are essentially these beasts that roam, kind of like a gravel or mud elemental moving along. And this to you sounds like the gravel variety of one of those things. They're not friendly.
Kiraz says, "Oh no, it's the gravel beast.
Gravel beast.
They are all mud and rock and
Oh, that sounds cool. Is that bad?
Oh, that does not sound cool.
No, I think that's all like a living earth kind of move. No, not okay. Is this like a bad thing?
Well, they might be cool, except that they are
Yeah. This was prefaced with "oh no" and punctuated with "rar." So
Probably not.
True, but maybe Karaz has just had bad experiences with like nasty people. I don't know. All right, so like, should we just move? It sounds like it's slow.
I mean, it might not notice us.
We should stop talking. Do I see it?
You don't see anything. You can definitely hear it, right?
I mean, it's nighttime and we have a fire set up, right? I would assume.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Karaz and I both have dark vision, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it's close or it's far enough away that you
Outside,
cannot see it at the moment. Yeah.
Can I gauge how far it is away by what I can hear?
Sure. Yeah, it sounds like it's maybe 200-ish feet away.
I don't know if I want
it
to leave
sounds
this
like
as
it's
a problem
moving
for someone else.
Around you, not towards you, if that makes sense.
I mean, if we're quiet, we can just wait for it to go away.
Estopel is right. It might be better to get rid of it, and then my Warren will not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But it is also very messy.
Well, it is mud.
Okay.
Granted, I could be incorrect because I believe this is the first moment I've given thought to other people's safety, so we may
It's
want to
character
take that with
development.
a grain of salt.
But let me go take a look, and I'm going to activate the ring of invisibility and fly on over to where I think it is. Like,
Just got a manicure, no.
yep, gone. Rock is gone. Thunk. She's so excited to use this thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll
Yeah.
like fly in that direction, and when I think I'm getting within like 60, 80 feet of the gravelly noises, I'll find a petrified tree to perch in invisibly.
Okay. So yes, you find a tree to perch in, and you see the first thing you see is this big, like all these stones that have come together to form like a vaguely humanoid shape, right? No fingers, no toes, that sort of thing, but you can see like limbs and what might be a head coming off a body. And you also see that it has taken the time to form with its pebbles these horns that come back. And while you are watching this, Rock, you see more movement out of the corner of your eye. And suddenly, a bunch of humans in, rags, basically, that have armor or not armor, that have spears, wood spears that they have made, that should be not able to pierce the hide of this thing, but are, jump on it and are stabbing this thing, taking it down. And you recognize of these four humans, one of them is Sir Brenniform Steelcrest.
Oh, dude.
I was so happy when you asked.
I was gonna say, perfect.
And so yeah, they quickly dispatch this thing with their spears. You see one of the former knights, and you recognize them all as former knights, gets punched, and she like flies against a tree. It's a thing that should take her down, but then she stands back up, and she looks like, like maybe she's pulled a muscle, but she's not punctured in any way, and she's able to stand. She should not have been able to get back up from this hit.
I like the way you're describing this. This sounds unpleasant.
When that happens, so they're not in their armor, they're just with like spears, and they're just attacking this thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they look like they've got any boils or any obvious signs of demon plague on them?
They do not.
Okay. But the one okay. Rock, I think, was in the process of pulling out her bow, and she's like, I'm invisible, I can shoot this thing. And then they take it down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She'll watch for a moment or two. What did they do with it?
So once they take it down, they make hand motions to each other. They're not speaking. And then they spread back out in a way that they are surrounding your camp, basically. They're staying far away. They're not closing in, but you see they're sort of to the north, south, east, and west of your camp, each about 200 yards off or 200 feet off.
How long does the telepathy talk spell take, Torsten?
Takes 10 minutes.
It takes 10 minutes.
Let me.
Would we say we would have done that before Rock went out? Is that metagaming?
I'm not sure you would have had the time.
Yeah.
Seems like Rock was pretty
you're
impulsive.
right.
on
Rock
that.
would not have spent 10 minutes hanging out.
Yeah.
She'd been like, I'm gonna go see what's
We
going
heard
on.
the
Bye.
noise, yeah.
One action
Yeah.
plus 10 minutes.
All
yeah,
right.
so-
Well, we're still kind of on guard from
Right.
the thing, but
Okay, seeing them leave the body of this gravel thing and at least surrounding the camp, Rock would fly back. I think she'll stay invisible and perch in a tree near the camp, and like she'll whisper down to her friends, but I won't, so that everybody can hear me, and she'll go, so a whole bunch of the Knights of the Last Bastion were out there and they killed the gravel thing, and now they're coming this way.
That's not good.
it's not good.
They must be very strong. No?
Yes, the 4 of them, they took it down with spears, but then they just left it. And now they're like surrounding camp.
There's only 4 of them?
That I saw.
Does Karaz know the signs of the demon plague?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the strong thing, like one of them got hit and then seemed to be fine, but they didn't have boils or anything, so I don't know.
They weren't wearing any of their armor or their knight stuff. They just had wooden spears.
Yeah, which was super weird
Super
because when
weird.
they left it, they had all their stuff.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
seemed like nice stuff.
That's troubling.
And they're outside the
Yeah.
camp right now.
Yeah, how far away were they when I came back to the camp?
About 200 feet.
Okay. Did I see which direction Mr. Brenniform went in?
Yeah, he is on the closest, you would have had to pass over him basically on your way back to camp.
Okay. Yeah, be ready. I think they're going to do something nasty. And I'm going to fly back towards him. And
Okay.
like,
Did you say
Well, but-
which? Sorry, go ahead.
did I say what?
Which knights there were?
I said they were the last bastion.
I don't know
Oh.
specifically if you said like Sir Brenniform was there.
I'd probably, like, as I was going to be like, I'll go spy on Mr. Brenniform. And I'll fly in that direction and, like, still invisible, like, do a, not over him, but, like, around and behind. And I just want to, like, does it look like he's just checking out the place? Does it look like they're preparing for an ambush? he have
Make
to
a stealth check, Rock.
Sure. Stealth check. So that is a 17, but I am invisible as well.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you don't think he notices you, and you are able to come back around, and you see that he is now beginning to move towards the camp
In an aggressive posture?
in a sneaky posture.
Torsten, talk to him. Say something.
Yeah. Yep. I will cast Thaumaturgy. And,
Okay.
my voice booms out. And I say, what's his last name? Steelcrest?
Yeah.
Hillcrest, yeah.
Steelcrest. We know you're here. Show yourself.
And Rock, you see Steelcrest gives a whistle, like a trying to sound like a bird. Kiraz, you probably would know that this is not an actual bird. It's found in these parts that you're hearing right now, as it kind of echoes across the valley. And then he stands up and strides into the camp by himself without there are no other people striding into the camp with.
I'm also going to cast Beast Bond on Makvala.
Nice.
I would like to immediately, once he gets in eye shot, start knowing my enemy for the next minute.
Oh, I'm pumped
Okay,
for this.
nice.
I want to know about him.
Yep. And while that's happening, Rock will start to circle in the direction that she saw some of the other members, seeing if she can find any of them to kind of perch and watch. So she'll
Gotcha.
keep like a side eye on the camp and what's going on and maybe stay within earshot, but she's going to start looking for another one of these four.
Okay, cool.
Torsten will kind of walk forward. You know, he's probably got the hood of the robe up over him, and so he will kind of pull it down to show himself.
Okay.
in uniform.
So, and he will nod and say, Torsten, it's been a while since I've seen you. It's me, Sir Breniform Steelcrest, and I believe this was the voice that I used last time.
It's been so long his voice has changed.
Let's just go with it.
Sure. Grant,
It's a struggle.
Grant
I
Ellington
understand.
Light.
Yes, it does. It does sound a little like Grant Ellington. I think. Well, it's because I've been spending some time with Grant that I want
Oh.
to use voice.
Where's Grant Ellington? He's our friend.
Oh wait, is it James has been spending time with Grant,
Oh.
or?
No. He
Oh.
says that to you.
Oh, okay. So that's okay.
Mm-hmm. He's breaking the fourth wall. He says, "No, Grant. Yes, I've seen him and his hobgoblin friend, who apparently you feel you can consort with, but not noble knights."
Noble is a bit pushing it. A bit.
Oh, burn! Nice. Loved it.
And he says,
And are you a knight without armor?
"Oh shit! As long as I am upholding my oath to defend the valley, why do I need armor?"
Oh my gosh, he probably looks like Tom Hanks from Castaway. And he's like, I'm a knight.
Yeah, right.
And he that's a very apt description. He at that takes a dagger out of a sheath on his belt and like raises it and hits it against his forearm, and then shows you his forearm is fine. And then he reaches into his pack and pulls out an apple and starts to cut it with the knife, eating the apple. It's a power move.
Cool.
Nice.
Power move.
Eat an apple shows you're even more of an asshole.
And he looks at Kiraz and he says, "Oh, I see. It's not just hobgoblins you're consorting with now." Well, how
Excuse
about
me?
that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make an
Anyone that
insight
acts
check to
alone.
determine if that's an insult.
Isabel will like do like this motion to Kraz and just it's don't talk to racists. They just let them.
It's true.
let them
That's a
talk to
great
the
life
night.
lesson.
What?
Well,
How did you gain such powers?
How
They're
did
not
I?
Usually within the purview of martial knights, as far as I know.
And he says, "Well, perhaps you will meet the source of my power, a great druid named Savasa,
Oh.
who is in these parts." Oh, you've heard of them, Rain?
No, sorry, that was Rudy's. Oh, I thought he was going to say but he said Savasa instead.
Do you know? Have you heard of that name at all? before?
Kiraz, do you know Savasa?
Yes, Karaz, you do. Savasa is a druid who, up until recently, was a pupil of Jalengi the Wise, and then got a bunch of power after praying to some deity named Gartorok.
Oh, no!
And then stopped working with Jalengi.
Yes, they are not a friend of ours anymore. They are into how do you say it? Some bad shit.
Demon fuckery.
Have I?
Fucker.
Oh no! Have I at this point found
Named
any
Noah.
of his friends?
Yeah, you would be able to go around and find one of the friends there. It looks like they're all now within 50 feet of the camp, and they're just watching this go down. What's going
Okay.
on. And they're kind of all at the ready, but they're not doing anything.
Okay. I'm going to just perch over one of them, still invisible, listening in, just also at the ready.
Gotcha.
Please let me know whenever my know your enemy is up. I appreciate
Yes, you would have it by now.
Ah,
So
dang it.
more than a minute has passed. So what do you know about your enemy? You know that they have a strength of 20. You know that
Okay.
he has a dexterity score of 15 and a constitution of 14.
Cool.
You know that he has seemingly thick skin and therefore an armor class of 18
Hmm.
What?
and
Don't love it.
143 hit points.
Oh my gosh.
You also know that, let's see, he has...
Oh, he might actually have
9
fighter levels.
Yeah, 9 class levels of fighter.
Nice.
I'm gonna put this in the backstage.
Okay.
Chat.
I'm going to spin my dagger around and be like, do we have a problem here? Because last time I don't think it went so well for you.
I'm just here as a messenger. I serve Savasa now. Savasa would like to meet with all of you, and as I said, we have the Hobgoblin and Grant
Okay.
Ellington. So
so
perhaps
you
you'd
have
like
them-
to come meet with us. Or we could do this here and now, if you like.
You've kidnapped them?
Right.
What do you mean by
They
have?
came in Savasa's woods.
These are not Savas's woods. These are not anybody's woods. These aren't even real woods anymore.
They are Savasa's woods now. Given to her by Gartorok.
Ugh, I wish we could talk to each
Oh.
other.
Garzel Rock. Break out the hat. Right.
Oh, I take off one of my hats and reach into my pack and put on another hat.
Aren't we like high priests of Gartorok?
Oh yeah. Didn't we check? Do we still
I
have
break
those
out the-
ropes?
Yeah.
Yeah, do we have the flyers from
He looks
Walter's Gate?
confused when you're breaking out hats and things. He's like, "What? So it's time for a costume change then, Rain? Rather than take off a shirt, you're putting on a
I
hat."
just leer at him.
I say this Garzel Rock, and I start reading the nonsense from the book.
And he says, "That's not familiar. I don't know of any book. I just know he speaks through Savasa."
Ugh, dang it. Crafty.
You don't know of the book because you're not a true follower of Garzel Rock, as we are.
Love it, Robert. I'm so happy right now.
No,
50
oh,
feet
no, I
away.
that one. No.
See,
made
Rock
it.
I
literally
look at you,
puts her
Kira,
claws
and
in
I'm
her
just gonna-
hand.
I'll wink at you, Kiraz.
Yeah.
Instead of a deception, this becomes a persuasion check, and his alignment shifts, and suddenly the robe
So-
falls off. I'm sorry.
So normally this would be a check, but I'm going to use one of my automatic failures
Oh,
here.
boo.
Rude.
And he
Boo.
says, "Yes, of course I've heard of Gartor." He said, "I need no book." And he takes his wood spear and he turns around and buries it in a stone tree behind him and then
Oh,
pulls.
well, that's fine.
Oh.
He says, "I have witnessed Gartorok's power. Perhaps you could do the same, wizard."
He could do the same. He is a wizard.
You do much more than that, but I don't need to display my power to the likes of you. Take us
Oh.
to Vashana. Sir Savasa. Whatever her name is.
Kilbasa.
Savasa. Oh, it does sound like Kilbasa.
It does, doesn't it? And like Isabel like
James
gives
is
the
like,
look to
"Happy guy."
Rain to where we're gonna antagonize this guy the whole time there.
So,
Uh,
will you come with me? You can bring the cat and the kobold if you want.
what if we refuse?
Then your friends will die. And we will
Oh.
find you and kill you.
Oh.
Oh,
Wait.
oh, I was concerned. You meant Grant Ellington.
I did. I'm not
sorry.
surprised you'd want to be done with that one. He is certainly an acquired taste.
But did you look at his 12-pack?
I did. That was impressive. I
I know.
cannot deny.
That's
Yes,
infuriating.
in fact, Grant cries so often at night. I think he might be close to worshiping Gartorok.
Oh well, That's fine. He's not my dungeon master anymore, so it's probably okay. Sorry.
Well, take us then,
Yeah, I'm.
Devasa. We'll
I
talk.
still know Thieves' Cant. I should really learn Thieves' Cant. I'm looking at Roz to see her reaction to this, because if she just wants to fight, then I'm cool with fighting these guys right now.
So I have two questions. Do I know where Savasa is? And do I know if Jalangi wants to just get rid of her? Because Jalangi's my friend.
So you don't know where Savasa is, but you have a feeling if these chuckleheads came from Savasa, you could probably track them back. And you, I would say Jalangi had a falling out with Savasa because Jalangi was worried about like this worship of this Gartalrock, sort of knew what that meant, that they're actually worshiping a plague demon, and tried to convince Savasa to stay, which ultimately ended up in Savasa leaving, which Jalangi has confided in you. They're not sure if that was a mistake or not. Should they have just fought and killed Savasa before their power grew? So Jalangi is decidedly split on the issue, and is looking for Savasa, wants to do, like, is trying to come to terms with what she should do, but is also on the run from a bunch of demons, so it's kind of she's got other stuff going on too.
Busy. So Kiraz has her hand on her short sword hilt, and Makvala is growling at this weird, creepy knight guy. So Kiraz is ready to throw down, but also will go with you. He's waiting for a go signal.
I want Isabel to try and intimidate him. Not to any like ends, just to intimidate him. And to do that by like just leaning into Rain and like loudly dressing this guy down with the information that she's taken from Know Your Enemy. Like, oh, but look at the way he's standing there, weak ankles.
I am also going to use another failure. Just because I need to.
First of all, I'm cool with it.
Episode to start catching up.
I appreciate that.
So yeah, you. I would say this is a case, Isabel, where you know how intimidating you are, right? What mother-in-law doesn't?
Right.
But he is not giving in. This
Fine.
is, he's puffing out his chest, and he looks at you. And says, you had to bring the whole town against the knights to defeat them, and that was before we knew of Gartalrock. Now look at us.
Oh,
Stronger,
we don't need a
faster
town.
than we've been. What?
Oh, we don't need a town to defeat you. Why? My cat could take all of you.
Your cat could take all of us. Why don't you ask Rock what she saw back there? And he turns Rock and looks at exactly where you are.
Ooh.
I look back at him, but I'm still invisible.
You must have a shoddy memory, because I defeated you in single combat, Steelcrest, and I'll do it again. And I step forward and pose.
MC invisible. Just like Isabel just like pulls out a little parchment and just like
Blessing of Gartalrock.
question mark. All right, well, my tea is already cold, so.
So are you coming
What are we
with me,
doing?
or are we doing this here?
We'll go with him, right? Because I don't want.
Yeah,
I want to save.
we don't know that we can track him back.
Where are the rest
Yeah,
of your
I know
knights?
about
I
that.
see only 4 of you.
And he says, not all of us made it.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Good question.
Pity.
Oh, how sad for you.
It's dangerous out here because Tomar's Crossing is too weak to tame the land.
Okay, let's go.
Oh my! Crossing is the reason that your friends died out here in the wilderness.
I put it in the
Sounds
chat,
like
but
your problem, but okay.
it's a really good thing that Rock is chaotic good, or else there would be 3 people who've already been assassinated by now. Or at least she would have tried. That's what she was trying to do.
Yeah, Isabel's just gonna like pack up her whole tea set and just like, ugh, I guess we're doing this. Let's go.
Okay.
Can't let them hurt Topher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other 3 knights come out, and they eventually lead you to a place where you meet Savasa. Savasa
I will eventually not be invisible anymore if that's the case.
okay. Sure.
She'll just
yeah,
appear
so
and just keep following.
you probably travel for about an hour, and you come into this area with a pit. Essentially, it is this gravelly pit, and at the bottom of it, tied to stakes, you see are Grant, Ellington, and Topher, and they are like splayed out, right? Each one of their limbs is tied to a different stake that's been driven into the ground. There's all this gravel that's made from petrified trees all around, and there is a big hill at the top of this. So you come over like a smaller hill, you see them in the pit, and then cresting the top of this big hill opposite you is Savasa. Savasa is a human druid who comes forth. They have long hair, and they have all this like feathers and twigs and bones and stuff are braided in a way that suggests like this has been done on purpose, and it's decorative, and it looks like it's been done with a lot of care. And Savasa looks at all of you and then looks at Raz and smiles and says, Raz,
Savasa.
well,
Drama! There's drama! I want to hear about this later.
She looks at all of you and says, I have been waiting for this little one to come back. I'd like to propose a trade. I'll give you these 2 fools. And she motions to the bottom of the pit. If you let me take the kobold and the cat.
We like the kobold and the cat better. Why would we do that?
Oh, you are so sweet.
I know.
And she says, well, so be it. If that's the case, then we'll kill these 2, and then we'll kill all of you anyway.
Oh, well.
How far away am I from the prisoners?
So you are, let's see.
How
You
far
are
away are we from
currently-
Savasa? And give us some distances, because I think a bunch
Definitely.
of things are about to happen.
So let's do it
Very
this way. You are 120 feet from Savasa. You are about 10 feet from all the other knights. And then you are 60 feet from the Topher and Grant Ellington.
Dang, I should have dragged
I'm
out this
gonna-
conversation.
I'm gonna slowly start moving, padding forward.
Okay.
Or how
Make a
about that?
stealth check.
Sure thing.
Can I drag this conversation out for a minute?
I would.
That's a 22.
22. Yes. So yeah, you're able to shuffle forward.
I want to make a. I don't know what check. I want to call out Sir Beneform Steelcrest in a rematch of single combat, and I would like to use my auto success from Josh for whatever check it would be, because I want to fight him one-on-one again. I will cajole him. I will. I don't know if he. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to try and make him fight me one-on-one. I don't know if Savasa would allow that, but that's what I want.
So tell me how you call him out. It's going to succeed.
Sure,
So
I'm
you
going to
tell
say,
me.
oh, I see how it is, Steelcrest. Too terrified to face me again in a one-on-one battle. You have to depend on your druid master. I thought you were a man of honor, a man who has no master. But apparently
Mention
I'm
his
incorrect.
weak ankles.
And you've got weak ankles. I'm going to kick those out
Whoa,
first.
that raises him like, "Whoa!" And he looks at Savasa, and Savasa says, "If you wish to fight this fool, that is fine. It will have no bearing on what else happens here today."
What else happens here today? Are you just here to like kill somebody? Are you just looking for death, or is there like other things going on? Because this all seems kind of pointless.
I actually do want to know if there's something else going on today. Do I need to unpack my tea? I just packed it back up.
She says, "Do we have a deal, or is this more than one-on-one?"
No, we don't have a deal. I just want to know, why.
Well, can we watch the one-on-one fight first?
So let's get into one round of one-on-one fight, and then
gosh.
everybody else will rule.
That seems fair.
And that's fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna
What's that?
say, while that's happening, Rock is gonna take a very close look around, and I'll use this thing, even though I probably won't need to. She'll use her action to sense the presence of illusions and shape changers and magic intended to deceive and all of that.
Okay. So it doesn't look like there's anything hidden here necessarily.
Okay.
Rock. There, you do notice that the kobold has snuck forward. And Hannah, we'll say you got 15 feet closer. If that
Perfect.
Okay.
But I'm too
great.
polite to point that out to anyone.
Of course.
If
So
there's
yeah.
one thing Rock is good at, it's sparing people's feelings.
So Rain, why don't you roll initiative?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play music.
Uh-oh.
I don't think you guys will hear it. I think only the stream will hear it. But
Well, it'll be in my heart.
it's from Star Trek.
Oh, I was...
Oh, you were gonna.
Are you allowed to play music?
It won't make the podcast probably, but we're playing it for the stream. Okay.
I was hoping that it would be Princes of the Universe from Highlander.
Oh god, it's the Kirk fight
Yeah,
music. This
I
is
rolled a
bad.
17 for initiative. I love this
Everybody else,
music.
why don't you give me yours now?
I should have done Know Your Enemy.
So I say that again, James. Did you want all of our initiative?
Yeah, go ahead. So let's just go down the line. Hannah, what is Rob's initiative?
19.
Torsten got 17. Or 15, sorry.
Rock got a 13. You never roll well on initiative. I have such a great bonus, and I always roll a single digit.
Isabel got a 23.
Nice.
Just like her AC.
Putting the numbers where they count. What do I use now? I don't use a longsword anymore. Now I use a battle axe, and that is a D8.
So Rain, you get to go before on this surprise round of single combat. You get to go first.
Oh, surprise round too? Okay.
Well,
say-
it's, I mean,
hey.
you two are aware of each other, so you're gonna
Oh.
start fighting, and then we'll go.
All right.
What the heck?
I'm gonna stop the music. It was so perfect, but it'll be easier for me later. Okay, here we go. Unarmed strike. 30. Oh. Which I know
Yeah,
hits
that hits.
because I know hits AC.
Yeah, in fact, it feels like normal skin to you
Okay.
when you connect.
Holy mackerel.
For 12 bludgeoning damage, and then I'm going to use stunning strike. So he has to make a con saving throw or be stunned, just like last time.
Make that stunning strike on his weak ankles.
Sure. I
Sweep the leg.
yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's a 23 on its con
So he
save.
saves. But then I'm going to attack him again. Aha! 29 for 10 more bludgeoning damage, and I'll stunning strike again. I'm going to start. Get my key.
Contest of wills.
Hmm.
Let's see. I'm going to. He failed, but I'm going to use an ability that lets him re-roll a saving throw, Indomitable, because he is a fighter, and he does succeed on the second.
Okay. Flurry of blows. Another key point.
All right.
2 more attacks. 19 and 17. 17 misses.
17 misses with the 19.
Okay, 19, and I will spend another key point, 9 damage, for another stunning strike.
Here we go. He succeeds.
All right, he needs to make a dex saving throw as well, or get knocked prone.
Oh boy. 21.
Okay, so he
Rolled a
succeeds.
19. So, Isabel, before I get into Sir Brenniform Steelcrest's turn, I do want to let you know, because you did say you wanted to use your fighter ability here. So on Savasa, we have a strength of 10, a dex of 14, a constitution of 12. We also have an AC of 16, hit points of 132, and you want class levels, right?
Only if they're fighter.
Oh, then no. They
Yeah.
have druid
What?
levels.
Oh, total class levels.
Oh.
Yeah, I can do total class levels and then fighter class levels, if any. So if they like multi-class, I guess. So
Okay,
total
cool.
class
So
level.
total class levels then are 18.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I blacked out for a moment.
That's a lot
Could
of
you-
level.
That is a lot of levels.
It is a lot of level.
Is-
Uh,
Okay, so you
It's a fair
said
number.
that you
It's a
said
number.
Brennathom was 9 levels fighter. So what's his total levels?
he's 9 levels.
Okay. Ha! Good.
And he is gonna go ahead and he takes his spear and wings it around against you. Rain makes 3 attacks.
Mhm.
Okay. Boom. Rain, what's your AC?
Why don't you tell me the attacks, and then I'll tell you my AC. Or I'll tell you if they
So let's see. Does a 20 hit your AC?
hit. Yes.
Okay, even with your new cloak?
Yeah. It makes my AC 20.
Okay, so the other 2 miss.
Okay.
So the 20 hits, you take 12 piercing damage. I'm sorry. You take 19 piercing damage. Boom. As he hits you. And he laughs. And now we're at the top of initiative. Isabel, it is your turn as the knights around you begin to converge. And Kiraz is on deck.
Isabel super doesn't love this, but Isabel does love killing people, though she would only ever admit that to Rain. So just love it, like the last light fading from their eyes.
Oh my God.
She's thinking about writing some detective novels
Uh-huh.
to fund her matchmaking career. Anyway, who's the closest person to me?
Who is the closest person to you?
Yeah,
Enemies. Enemy, so it would be one of the knights.
Cool. And is Savasa squaring up?
Yes, they look like they are getting ready to kick some ass.
But they're 120 feet away, so
I
they do it long range.
Super hate her. But I will attack 2 knights and then use my commander strike. So I'm gonna roll 2 attacks.
Okay.
Neat. Okay, so a 14 and a 15 on the die are actually plus 11 to both of those. So that's a 26 and a 25 to hit.
Yes, those will hit.
Where's my d8s? I'd like to. Okay. So 8 plus 8 is 16. And then 6 plus 8 is 14. And then my cold damage. And then 6 cold damage total. So 16 plus 14 is 30. Then 6 cold damage. So that's 36. And then I'd like to roll a superiority die to look at Rock and say, take out the spellcaster.
Okay.
And she'll say,
She's going to be trouble.
okay. All right. Isabel has told me shoot the spellcaster. I pull out my oath bow and I'm gonna use one of my auto successes.
Yay!
I have two. So this will be the one from Blind Dingo that I got a little while ago that I haven't had a chance to use. Do I still get a chance to roll to see if I get a nat 20, or if I auto success, that's what happens.
So why don't you go ahead and roll?
Okay.
Why not?
It's an attack.
Don't want to rob anyone of a nat 20.
Not a nat 20, but
Okay.
it does hit with my oath bow. When you command me to do things, that's just that is my reaction. Right?
Mhm.
So I can't make her my enemy just yet. But I will do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Well,
unfortunately-
so Rock, is this sneak attack either? She doesn't have any of your allies next to her.
Rock was invisible again, wasn't she?
Sorry.
I'd become invisible. I'd become visible.
Sorry, I just want us to shoot the spellcaster as quickly as possible. I could have waited for a more strategic time, but you know what? I got 4 more superiority dice.
Yeah, and since it's a reaction, I can't do my insightful thing.
Yeah.
So I'll just shoot her and we'll just peg her and it'll be okay.
Yeah. You get to add 7 to it from my superiority dice.
So that's going to be 15 piercing damage from my oath bow.
Got it. Okay. Cool. All right, so yeah, you pierce her shoulder. Arrgh! Looks mad about that.
Just a little
And
thing.
Kiraz, your
Can
turn.
I have I didn't say this earlier, but can I have cast Beast Bond again while we were squaring up?
Definitely.
Cool. So I did that earlier, and Makvala is tense, ready to pounce. So there are how many knights around us?
So there are 3 knights around you. Rain has taken Sir Brenniform Steelcrest kind of off to the side, and they're squaring off alone. So yeah, 3.
Cool. Take the arrow. Yeah. So Makvala leaps forward, and because of Beast Bond, she has advantage on her attacks. So she is going to make 2 attacks against one of the knights.
Okay.
First attack is over 20.
Whoa. All
It's
right.
I rolled a 16. It's a 25.
That'll hit.
Second attack is 27.
Okay, great. That hits. too.
How far away were the knights?
They were about 10 feet away from all of you, so maybe more like 5 for you since.
Okay,
you were
cool,
creeping.
cool.
Oh, or 25, I guess.
So it doesn't get to use pounce, but that's okay.
You can use pounce if you want. It's all good. We
okay.
they were within pounce distance.
She does the butt wiggle backwards to get a little farther away, so she could have room to run up and pounce.
Nice.
So I would like him to make a DC 17 strength save.
Oh boy. Okay. I fail.
Okay, she gets to make a bite attack as a bonus action.
Fail. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
She makes a bite attack as a bonus action. That's another 25.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna use average damage here for simplicity. So
Sure.
that is 39 piercing damage.
Great.
This is what you
just
wanted, James.
Jumps into him.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a fury of blood and claws as the as your panther bites into them, proving people everywhere that Beastmaster Rangers are awesome.
It's actually really dope. I'm not gonna lie.
And our turn actually isn't done yet.
Right.
She's going to just spring forward again. You know, let's say another like 30 feet, getting towards Savasa. And I get to make an attack as part of us taking the attack action. So Kiraz pulls out her bow, and let's see. Wait, when I command, Kiraz pulls out her bow, and I think I actually still have a bonus action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, because
so.
it is my action to have her attack, but then I get to make an attack as part of that. So bonus action, Oh wait, Hunter's Mark is concentration. Never mind. I'm keeping these spawned up. Okay, but I am going to attack Savasa with my bow.
Got it.
That is a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
8 damage.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Ugh. Another arrow sticking out of Savasa. They are
And
not
that
looking good.
knight would get an opportunity attack, but he's prone, so.
Got it.
Ha.
Okay.
It's
Um,
against me or Makvala.
Nice. Nice. So Rain,
It's my turn again.
that is your turn. Yeah, because you had a surprise round.
The duel continues.
Dun, 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 dun.
30, 19,
Hit.
hit for 27 damage.
Okay.
Stunning strike.
Okay. Stunning strike. Sorry, math in my head. Success.
Success. One more. Going through the key points.
Ooh. Natural one.
Hooray!
So I will use Indomitable again
Ooh.
and fail.
Hey!
No!
Yeah, that's right.
I
Use
won
up,
that time.
up Indomitable.
Yeah, he's done with Indomitable.
Yeah, you're a level 9, buddy.
Then I'm going to say this looks very familiar, and I'm going to the knights. This is, I don't know. Could I have insighted to see whether they seem more loyal to him or to Savasa, or is that too stretchy?
It's probably 6 of one, a half dozen of the other at this point. So they know he is loyal to Savasa, and they look pretty loyal
What
to
did you say?
Savasa.
6 of what? What?
6
Like
of one,
some-
half a dozen of another.
I'm not familiar
haven't you?
with this. Enlighten the
It's
viewers.
6 and 6 either way.
Okay, thank
It
you.
just means,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tomato,
that they're
tomato.
Probably equally loyal to both.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll just keep hitting him.
Sure, you have advantage now.
yeah,
There you go,
Yes.
listeners at home.
Gosh,
You've all
again.
learned a new
there
phrase.
we go.
It's another way of saying half and half.
Exactly.
23 and 29.
Hit.
13 plus 28 more damage.
Oh my god. Okay.
I am winning the duel.
This is what you
Hopefully.
want. I have to stop taunting you. I need to stop.
This is what I want.
And I'm going to knock him prone, and because it's a dex saving throw, he can't do anything about it.
Yep, he cannot. So he falls. Poof. And is prone and stunned. And it is Torstan's turn.
And there is another knight that is still prone, by the way.
Yes, there is. There are 2 prone
So-
knights.
How far is Savasa away?
120 feet.
So pretty far. So Torsten, having learned last time, a lot of his spells are concentration, and he needs to kind of remain hidden. He will cast invisibility on himself,
Ooh.
hoping that at least some of the knights and maybe she can't see him.
Okay.
And then I will move forward 30 feet to try to get closer to her.
Great. Okay.
So once I cast invisibility, do the other knights seem to be able to see me, or was it just Steelcrest that could see invisible?
Unclear. It's unclear if he could see invisible or just knew where Rock was.
Okay, so that's it for me.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's unclear about the other knights as well. And it is Savasa's turn. On Savasa's turn, they leap off of this pile of gravel and mid-air begin transforming
Werewolf!
into a giant woolly mammoth.
Where mammoth?
Air mammoth.
And start charging down the hill as they make their way. And so now they close the distance as she charges. She closes the distance towards you all and comes within 40 feet of your position now, even closer to you, Karaz. As she does, she runs over the bodies of Topher and Grant Ellington.
No.
You hear sickening, wet
Oh,
snaps.
boo.
Thank you. Thank you for this.
Grant Ellis, sorry. And it
He
is
survived
your
way
turn.
longer than a lot of other guests.
Yeah, that's actually doing pretty well. Are the 12 is the 12 pack intact?
Oh no, no.
Oh,
That's
We have to avenge it.
that soda cans were shook up and then they were popped. So
Ew.
Mildly related. Y'all ever shake up a soda can and then throw it off the roof of a building?
Only at cars. No.
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 yeah.
Cops are coming
also
for you,
once-
Rudy.
Filled an Algene up with water and dropped it off a parking garage to prove that they weren't truly indestructible. They're not. Rock, it is your turn.
Rock and Lauren are wondering about why she missed out on dropping things off of buildings. Okay, Rock is going to fly up and over to be in because it sounds like Woolly Mammoth is now in a position in where Woolly Mammoth and all the knights and everybody could be within, say, 80 feet of her if she was, say, 20 feet above the ground and like positioning.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. She's gonna do that. I need Savasa to make a deception check as I stare into her woolly mammoth eyes.
Okay. I got a 4.
I got a 27. So
Okay.
I now can see into her soul and know what the woolly mammoth is going to do, and I will shoot her.
Okay. Shoot it up.
That's only gonna be a 14.
14 will
mammoth.
hit.
Awesome.
Because it's beasts. Beasts don't have great armor.
No, they don't. Now I get to roll all the dice. Okay. That's 35 piercing damage with the bow.
Yes. Yes.
Would Rock know to ask that question? Okay, silly, stupid question with my oath bow. So I need to. I think it's a bonus action.
Are you asking me or the oath bow? Which I love. if
I
you're
don't know.
asking the oath bow.
I don't know about this.
Oh, okay.
Advantages. Oh, also, I think I could do this as a free action. So, okay, the whole thing in where I swear an oath against my enemy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a free action.
Mm-hmm.
Use this weapon to make a ranged attack. You can't blah, blah, blah. Here's the dumb question. I don't know if Lauren or Rock is asking you or the bow or what. If I do that to the woolly mammoth, even though the woolly mammoth is Savasa, and then the woolly mammoth turns back into Savasa, am I still? Have I marked the woolly mammoth, or have I marked Savasa?
Oh, I hear what you're saying.
Right?
So she is still the same creature. She has just changed form. So yes, you are targeting. When you target her, you have sworn an oath both against the woolly mammoth and Savasa because they are the same.
You gazed into her eyes, which are the windows to the soul.
Since this is a free action, I will have done that.
Okay, great.
So she's going to take 3 more d6. So that's 6 more piercing damage.
All right, great.
I wasn't sure if anyone would know the answer to that weird question, and there we go. I am done.
It's a great question. Love these D&D edge cases.
Yeah, right? I also don't know if Rock would know that question. So, says, you are now my sworn enemy, Woolly Mammoth Savasa.
The knights are going to go. Sir Brenniform Steelcrest is stunned. And let's see. The one who is prone and pinned down, is he able to get up? Is that was he knocked prone, but now the cat is off of him, and so he's able to
he's
stand?
just prone.
Okay, cool. So he is going to stand and attack the cat.
Okay, he will have to use. He might not have enough movement. because we moved like
you
40,
moved
50
away.
feet forward,
Good point. Good point.
and he had to use half his movement to stand up.
Yeah, that's true. Well, then you know what he's going to do? He's going to attack Isabel.
Okay, man. Let's fucking do this.
All right, everybody. Great news. I've rolled a natural 20.
Yay.
Yay! So that means we're giving away a free PDF.
Hey.
Rudy, what should people enter in the chat if they want a chance
Exclamation
to win?
point, Wild Rose Mage.
Exclamation point,
Aw.
Wild Rose Mage, all one word, all one, all lowercase, all
that
in
doesn't
the
matter.
with the podcast network Twitch chat.
You can
What?
type it in caps if you want. That doesn't matter.
Well, you can type it in caps, but anyway, put it in exclamation point Wild Rose Mage for a chance to win a free PDF. Now, none of my other attacks hit you. So, what does that mean for you, Isabel? That means you are going to take 33 piercing damage
Ooh.
as they find a chink in your new magic armor and get
Rude.
you right in the neck.
Is this magical damage?
This is not magical damage.
It's fine. Because I like recently looked back at my feats and was like, oh, okay, that's fine. So
Yeah.
I take 30 because I'm heavily armored.
Yes, you're a
Heavy
heavy
armor.
armor master.
Master. That's
As
fine.
it were. So then the other one that you've been fighting is going to fight you as well, Isabel.
Okay.
Got a duel going on here.
I'm gonna fuck
All
you up too.
misses. All misses coming your way.
I would like to use my reaction to riposte that one.
Go
Wait.
for it.
Which one looks more hurt?
They're about the same.
About the same? Then I'll riposte that guy.
You've been killing one. A panther's been killing the other. Equal amounts of mostly dead.
Yeah, it's been a great time. So I'll expend a superiority dice to riposte and make a counter attack on him.
Okay.
Let's use my Tales from the Mist die to do this.
Ooh.
So that is a 19.
A 19 will hit.
Okay. And we'll do D6. And where's my superiority dice? That's a D10. All right. So D8 plus 8. 13,
13. Okay, great.
5, and 7.
13, 5, and 7, 18.
25. Wait, no. Yeah, 25.
Yeah.
To riposte.
Yep, definitely. Okay, nice.
I like that you were posting with a giant cold axe. Like that's kind of
Yeah.
badass.
I like to think that like that one hit me upside the head, and then I like just do like that slow like okay, and just like fucking backhand the other one like when it misses me. I'm just like okay,
And
Some
then
respect, and now you must die.
take it back.
there is one left who is going to attack Bruce Killshatter.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I forgot
Bruce
that
is
guy was
here.
he's been
This is one of the
uncharacteristically quiet, which is
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all about that. But okay, good.
So let's see. Bruce. Oh boy, Bruce. Bruce takes 2 attacks, and is quite injured after being stabbed twice. Let's loose a loud cry, and then Bruce strikes back. Bruce, bringing the Bruce juice, hits this guy twice with his long sword. And then everybody's favorite Rug of Smothering gets involved.
Oh, good.
And also attacks, and actually wraps this other one up. They are grappled now.
Everybody please enter the raffle to ensure that James never says Bruce
I
juice
think
again.
that's going to be next week's word to.
Yes, please.
Bruce juice. So yes. So and now we're at the bottom of initiative. However, what you hear in the distance is a loud cackling horde coming your way. And it is reminiscent of the demons that you heard back at the comet.
Oh.
And that is where we are going to end
Oh.
Oh.
session of the Demon Plague.
Everybody, there's another party coming.
Oh,
What if we GTFO and let these demons just take care of this for us? The two
There is
people we
another
came
party
here
coming.
for are
They might be
Dubs.
friends.
So thank you all so much for watching. We are going to give away a free PDF of this adventure, level 1 through 20 D&D adventure that I wrote along with John Ford. We're going to give away a PDF copy of that in a minute for those who entered the competition by entering !Wild Rose Mage. But in the meantime, let's go around the table to give people a chance to do that right now. And they don't split the podcast network Twitch chat and tell me where you are from. Hannah, let's start with you.
I am Wild Rose Mage on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me there talking about D&D, writing D&D stuff. I am working on some things that I'm excited to announce next week when Makvala returns to fuck up that giant woolly mammoth.
Excellent. I look forward to those announcements as well. That's going to be super duper fun. And Isabel, Isabel, TK, where can people find you? You are not your characters. You just play them on Twitch.
It's true. I don't know. As I cut down my schedule and I'm still playing almost 5 days a week, so it's like, am I? It's me. It's TK. And I write spooky stories on the internet. And if you like reading spooky stories, then you can read them at tkjwrites.com. Or you can follow me on Twitter, TK Joins the Fray. I've been doing a lot of live tweeting about Tales from the Grimm shows because my day job cut my contract, so I have a lot of free time. Maybe don't follow me just yet because there's a lot of that, and also ice cream. If you like the idea of me DMing a show, then you should watch the show that I DM on Friday nights on the D&D Twitch channel. It's called Tales from the Mists. It's nice, and we have a lot of fun, and I apparently am too nice to kill the guests, so pick a favorite. They're probably safe.
Sometimes the dice just aren't on your side, and I'll see if I can make up for that by killing Hannah next week.
Thank you.
Wait.
You are, as always, a shining inspiration in my life, James.
And by
Well,
Hannah, of
you
course,
can
I
both
mean
try.
Taraz. I don't mean actual Hannah.
Got spicy in here. Buy my book. Goodbye.
Yes, Robert, where can people find you?
Hey, I'm Robert Ducci. You can find me on Twitter at Raddu76. It's RADDU76. You can find me on the big 130,000 plus person Facebook group, the D&D Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, where I'm an admin. And you can come play some games. We're just wrapping up Waterdeep Dragon Heist, but we're going to continue on with some other Waterdeep goodness. Adventures League games I run on Patreon. So go check me out at patreon.com/RobertDucci. I also run some Vampire, what else? Wrath and Glory, and some Dark Sun D&D. So
Wow,
check that out.
Wow, that's a ton. You're running as many games as TK right now. And where can people find you, Lauren?
Oh, hi. I'm Lauren Urban. You might know me as Obo Crazy online. I'm the community manager for D&D Beyond because the theme song is fun. You can also find me as the DM for Dungeon Drunks, which is a podcast that comes out every Monday. And I play Okira, the Dragonborn cleric without any pants, on Wednesdays on Heroes of the Veil. That's right. I have no pants. Okira has other issues going on.
Why did you specify that, though?
Because it's funny. Because she's in a nightshirt right now.
Hang
and
on.
why not?
You have issues beyond pants going on.
Oh, there's other issues, but sometimes the simple personal ones are the ones that stick with us. So the world coming to an end, bad. The world coming to an end while you are in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy nightgowns, also bad. I will also mention, since you mentioned Tales from the Mist, that I've been doing damage with my Tales dice. I've also been doing damage with my Idle Champions dice because I like them too. But please send me D6s because apparently I'll use them on the Demon Plague. Otherwise, it's D&D Beyond. Bye.
And Rudy, where can people find you?
Hey, you can follow me on Twitter at Rudy Basso. This stream is a podcast. It comes out every Wednesday. If you need to go catch up or you want to live the majesty, then you can go ahead and give it a download. And if you would be so kind, leave a review on iTunes. That would be really great, too. Also, head to don'tsplitthepodcastnetwork.com for lots of other great podcasts in addition to Demonplague.
Yeah, absolutely. Please, I am in all the same places as Rudy. If you like the Demonplague podcast, go give it a rating on iTunes. It's free to create an account, and odds are your podcatcher app uses iTunes algorithms to rate and recommend podcasts to other people. Plus, if you leave us a 5-star review, you'll get it read out loud on the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. So go check that out. Check out all of the other cool stuff that all of these great people are doing. I'm at James Introcasso on Twitter, and I am at worldbuilderblog.com. So you can check out those things as well if you want to know more about me. Rudy, what else should we tell people that they should smash that follow button?
Yeah, we should tell them that. Please smash that follow button.
Please smash that follow button. And now, Rudy,
yes, okay.
let's see who has won a copy of the Demonplague.
Here we go. Rolling. Draco 1221. Yay!
Woo! So Draco will be in touch via Twitch Messenger chat thing. And we'll go from there. So thank you all so much for watching. Hannah will be back with us next week. And until then, don't let the demons bite.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.